Power isn't quiet in Texas. It drills, it explodes, and it destroys. The Landman Season 2 trailer wastes no time showing us that the stakes have tripled. Oil is no longer just money. It's a weapon, and in the hands of people who would kill, for it. Season 2 promises to be a brutal ride. One glance at Billy's face in the trailer says it all. He's done playing nice. The trailer opens with a harsh sound, a deep rumble like something coming from under the ground. It's not just oil, it's pressure. Pressure building beneath the surface of everything we saw in Season 1. Billy is back, and now he's more than just a player. He's becoming a giant in the oil game. But with bigger stakes come bigger enemies, and the trailer hints at dangerous new forces moving in. One of the first scenes shows Billy standing alone on a barren piece of land, staring out at a horizon filled with drilling machines. His silence in that moment is loud. It shows us that he's thinking, calculating, planning. There's something broken inside him, maybe even angry. This is not the same man who walked into the oil world just to make a name. This is someone who's seen what power can do and now wants more of it, no matter the cost. We then get a glimpse of the corporate world tightening its grip. A powerful boardroom scene flashes across the screen, with sharp-dressed executives discussing market takeovers and legal traps. The trailer cleverly mixes quick scenes of business power, plays with visuals of oil spills, burning fields, and angry protests. The message is clear. This season won't just be about digging up the land, it'll be about ripping through people's lives too. Another scene that stands out is a moment of confrontation. Billy is shouting at someone off camera, his face red, voice cracked, words shaking. The audio cuts just as he says, "You think I built all this to let it burn?" That line echoes in the mind. It shows how personal this season will be. It's not just a business, it's his identity, and he's ready to go to war to protect it. There's also a deep emotional shift in tone. In Season 1, Billy was often torn between doing what's right and doing what's smart. But this trailer shows a Billy who's decided. His choices are now firm and there's a hard edge to everything he does. The visuals show him walking past people in need, ignoring pleas for help, and shaking hands with people who clearly can't be trusted. His face says it all. He knows these deals are dirty, but he believes they're necessary. On the other side of the story, we get small, quiet scenes, brief but powerful. A child looking out of a window as flames rise in the distance. A woman holding legal papers with her hands trembling. An older man collapsing in a courtroom. These quick cuts are emotional punches. They hint that this season will not only follow the rich and powerful, but also show the pain felt by those affected by their decisions. The trailer also uses clever symbolism. Fire, oil, smoke, and blood, all shown again and again. A rig goes up in flames. A man's hand covered in thick black oil. A sharp knife slicing through a contract. These images aren't just dramatic, they're messages. They tell us this season will be about destruction, survival, and the price of power. Toward the end of the trailer, there's a surprising shift. We see Billy kneeling alone, whispering something we can't hear, with tears in his eyes. For a moment, it looks like the power he fought so hard for might be slipping from his hands. This could mean the season ends in a major fall, or that a comeback is coming. And finally, the trailer leaves us with a line, spoken by an unseen character. This land doesn't belong to anyone, but everyone will die trying to claim it. It's a line that feels like a warning. Landman Season 2 is not just about oil, it's about legacy, identity, and who gets to shape the future. The fire isn't just in the oil fields, it's in the people now. Season 2 doesn't give us clean heroes or easy villains. Every returning character is carrying scars and none of them seem interested in healing. Instead, they're arming themselves for legal battles, personal revenge, and raw survival. And it starts once again with Billy. Billy's arc is turning darker, sharper. In Season 1, he was the underdog with guts and street smarts just trying to rise in a broken system. But now, the trailer shows a man who has tasted power and liked it. He's no longer chasing opportunity, he's shaping it. We see scenes of Billy in new roles, sitting at the head of boardroom tables commanding respect from powerful investors and issuing quiet threats to those who stand in his way. But there's a heavy price. His relationships are cracking. His eyes don't shine with hope anymore. They burn with obsession. Is he building an empire, or setting himself up to lose everything? Then there's Rebecca. In season 1, she was smart and tough, but constantly underestimated. That's over. Season 2 shows a woman who's done waiting to be taken seriously. She's dressed in power now. Every move she makes is deliberate. We catch a moment in the trailer where she slams a folder on a desk in front of a senator saying, "You want leverage? Try honesty for once." It's a scene that shifts the balance. Rebecca isn't playing defense anymore. She's launching her own attacks. But power makes enemies fast, and there's already a shadow hanging over her, someone watching, waiting to strike back. One of the most emotional arcs teased is between Billy and an old mentor, possibly Roy, or someone from his past. The trailer flashes a quiet moment where Billy refuses to answer a phone call, the name blinking on screen. Then we cut to that same older man lying in a hospital bed saying, "He was the best thing I ever built, and the first thing to walk away." It hits hard. It suggests that loyalty, the core of many relationships in season 1, will be put through fire in season 2. And not everyone will come out whole. We also see a new face, a young woman in her early 20s, standing outside a courthouse surrounded by flashing cameras. The trailer doesn't name her, but she's seen in multiple shots with Billy and Rebecca. She could be a whistleblower, a secret heir, or even someone caught between family lines. In one scene, she shouts at Billy, "You made me part of this. Now fix it." This one line hints at a much deeper plot, something personal, painful, and probably tied to a buried truth from season 1. There's tension between old friends too. We get quick shots of Billy and a former ally, possibly a lawyer or business partner, arguing late at night in a parking lot. "You think money solves everything?" the man yells. Billy replies, "It solves more than begging ever did." That line cuts deep. It shows how far Billy's mindset has changed. Where once he cared about people, now he's focused only on power, and it's pushing everyone away. Rebecca's journey might mirror Billy's, but with a twist. While he's climbing through brute strength and deals, she's digging through truth and justice. That difference might bring them closer or turn them into enemies. A scene late in the trailer shows them sitting in silence across from each other. No words, no movement, just tension, as if they both know something is coming, and neither can stop it. Finally, there's the land. Yes, the characters change, grow, break, but the land stays the same. And this season treats the land as a character of its own. The oil-rich earth, the poisoned water, the dying livestock, all signs that something deeper is wrong. And those who dig too deep, like Billy, like Rebecca, like the corporations, may find that the ground they stand on is about to swallow them whole. The real war isn't between people. It's between what they believe is theirs and what the land refuses to give. A storm is only as powerful as the winds that feed it, and Landman Season 2 is bringing in a whole new wave of energy with its casting surprises. The trailer didn't just tease plot twists, it revealed faces that no one saw coming. And in a world built on power plays and secrets, every new character could be the key to turning the tide. First, let's talk about the unexpected appearance that had fans hitting pause, a sharp-suited, silver-haired man walking calmly through a raging protest. Though the trailer doesn't say his name, rumors have exploded online. It's likely a major film actor making his television debut under Taylor Sheridan's banner. His character appears powerful, calm, but chilling. One scene shows him placing a contract on a table and saying, "Sign it or lose everything." Whoever he is, he's clearly not here to play fair. This could be the corporate predator the series hinted at last season, finally showing his face. And then there's the younger energy. A rebellious-looking young man with oil-stained hands and fire in his eyes shows up several times in the trailer. He's seen fixing broken machinery, shouting at executives, and even standing nose-to-nose with Billy. His passion and anger feel raw. Social media buzz suggests this character is a wildcat driller, someone from the bottom rung rising fast and threatening the old guard while doing it. He could be the spark that sets off the next big explosion in the story. A more shocking twist comes in the form of a returning character that no one expected to survive. A quick flash in the trailer shows what looks like a bruised but breathing face that fans instantly recognized. Someone we thought was gone for good in Season 1. The trailer doesn't name them, but their eyes tell the story. Vengeance. If this really is the same character, they may be back to take everything they lost. And it won't be a quiet return. Another interesting addition is a strong, confident woman with a military background. She's seen in uniform, walking into a courtroom and later into a board meeting. The way others stop and stare at her presence says she's a game changer. Speculation says she might be a federal investigator, a whistleblower's handler, or even someone tied to Rebecca's past. One clip shows her saying, "You've had your time. Now the law speaks." That's the kind of line that shakes entire storylines apart. She might be here to clean up or tear down everything the oil empire has built. One of the more emotional reveals is a child actor introduced. In just a couple of scenes, we see a young girl watching her mother argue with an oil company official. Her presence adds depth. She's not just a background character, she's a symbol of the next generation affected by the decisions made today. In another quick shot, she's seen looking at Billy with a strange mix of fear and trust. Could she be connected to one of the main characters? Is she a hidden daughter, a victim of a cover-up? Her silence might end up speaking the loudest. Taylor Sheridan has a habit of casting both fresh faces and legendary performers. And it looks like Season 2 continues that trend. The trailer suggests new dynamics are coming, bosses who don't play by old rules, allies who aren't loyal, and enemies who walk straight into the lion's den. Each new face adds a new layer of mystery, making it impossible to predict who will rise, who will fall, and who was never on anyone's radar until now. The biggest strength of these casting choices isn't just about surprise, it's about threat. Every new face feels like a challenge to Billy's world. They aren't here to support him. They're here to test him, tempt him, expose him, or replace him. With so many powerful personalities entering the stage, it's no longer just Billy's story. The battlefield has widened, and Landman Season 2 is setting up a cast that feels like dynamite waiting for a spark. The clock is ticking, and the ground is shaking. Landman Season 2 is closer than ever, and everything we know points to one thing. This season won't just return, it will erupt. After months of tight-lipped silence and rumors swirling through fan communities, we finally have a clearer picture of when the oil-soaked drama will take over screens again, and it's sooner than expected. According to the most recent updates, from behind-the-scenes sources and official whispers, Landman Season 2 is targeting a fall 2025 premiere, likely landing in late September or early October. While Paramount Plus hasn't given an exact day yet, the platform's trend of dropping flagship dramas in Q4 aligns with this timeline. That means we're just months away from diving back into a world where every handshake could be a trap, and every drop of oil could start a war. Episode-wise, the format appears to stay consistent with 8 to 10 episodes, each running close to 1 hour long. However, there's word that the premiere and finale might be extended, potentially clocking in at 75 to 90 minutes. This makes sense, considering how dense and dramatic Season 1's arc became in its final stretch. Sheridan seems to be giving more breathing room this time around, for deeper character moments, more complex power plays, and no doubt, explosive cliffhangers. Filming wrapped earlier this year, and production insiders have hinted that post-production has been intense. Visual effects teams are reportedly working overtime to perfect sequences involving oil rig disasters, legal showdowns, and large-scale land protests, scenes hinted at heavily in the trailer. This suggests Season 2 will expand beyond dusty Texas roads into grander, more cinematic territories. Expect drone shots of giant industrial zones, protest marches swelling across highways, and courtroom drama that feels like a heavyweight boxing match. Now, what should fans actually expect from the season? A shift in tone, darker, more personal, more dangerous. Season 1 explored how power works. Season 2 shows what happens once you get it, and how fast it slips through your fingers. The trailer promises betrayals not just from enemies but from those closest to the core characters. Business becomes brutal, alliances become temporary, and personal loss hits harder than ever. The theme of legacy seems to be front and center, this time. We see older characters questioning their place in a world that's changing too fast. Younger characters are rising up, ready to challenge everything built before them, and the land itself becomes a silent judge in all of it, barren, burning, and bleeding. It's not just a backdrop anymore, it's the battlefield. Also worth noting, there are rumors, strong ones, that Landman Season 2 will subtly connect to other Taylor Sheridan universe shows. Easter eggs may point toward crossover threads, especially with characters or companies that operate in Yellowstone, Mayor of Kingstown, or even Tulsa King. Sheridan has done this before, and fans are already hunting for the clues. It may be small at first, a logo, a reference, a name, but it could hint at a larger universe tie-in down the line. So here's the bottom line. Landman, Season 2 is not just a continuation, it's an escalation. Bigger risks, higher stakes, new enemies, and no guarantee of survival for anyone. If Season 1 was about getting into the game, Season 2 is about winning it, or losing everything trying, and with every oil rig rising into the sky and every secret being pulled from the dirt, one thing is clear: power may build empires, but it also buries them.